What's up, you guys? Happy Father's Day. I'm actually on my way to Wildwood, New Jersey. I'm working a car show today, so unfortunately I don't get to spend the day with my dad, but he's okay with that.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, guys, here we go on the course. Hey guys, so I wanted to talk to you about the cleanse and how it went and why I stopped, why Scott stopped doing it. So basically what the cleanse was is, 2 liquid meals a day, 1 solid meal in the middle, and then that was it. That was all you're supposed to have. There's no protein in the liquid meals, so they weren't supposed to be like protein shakes or anything. So it was just like, I already eat so clean most of the time that it wasn't necessarily making me consume healthier foods, because the elimination diet, which I actually have my parents on right now, is almost the exact same diet that I follow already, just like a very strict clean eating diet. And so doing the cleanse really only cut my calories down. So I wanted to talk about, how I was feeling during the cleanse. Earlier in the video you saw Sunday wasn't a very good day for me, but I kept going for a few more days after that. And what I was finding was that my energy wasn't bad, and I was really, the smoothies that I was making was like very refreshing. They were really good, and I don't know, maybe I didn't do the cleanse long enough. I did it for 7 days. Scott did it for 3. The first day he was just starving. He's almost 100 pounds, more than me, so I can't even imagine. I just don't see how the same cleanse can work for every single person, every single body type. I just feel like there's a better way to do it. And so my mom suggested that, why don't I just do shorter cleanses, but, more often. So I might give that a try, do it for maybe like 3 or so days every month and see if that works out better. But, so my energy levels at the gym were just non-existent. Like I wasn't having like awful workouts, but I was having just like moderate workouts, it just like, sorry, I'm wearing a shirt. It doesn't really look like it in the video. But I just felt like I was, going through the motions. I didn't feel like pumped up or anything like I normally do. And I love going to the gym. It's like my favorite part of the day. And I get so excited to go and just like put my hat on, put my headphones in, like shut the world out and just like lift and jump around and do cardio and do abs and try new things. Like it's fun to me, and it's fun to see where I can push my body. And during this cleanse I couldn't push myself at all. And so the one day I had coffee and it didn't really do much for me. And then I took pre-workout with Scott yesterday, and I just I don't know, I felt stronger. I don't know if it was a mental thing or if it actually works. But, in my opinion, if I have to spend an extra $25 on pre-workout a month, as long as I cycle off of it sometimes, I don't see the harm in it if that's what's going to make me excited about the gym, and if that is what is going to get my best workouts. Like, I don't see what the problem is in taking it. If I'm going to take it and have a really, really great workout versus not taking it and having just like a whatever workout and like wanting to leave and not even wanting to be there, well, the extra $25-$30 on pre-workout a month is worth it to me. So I did realize though some positives were I was eating way more vegetables than I normally eat, so that I want to continue doing. There's a lot of things from the cleanse like outline that I want to take and incorporate into my life. And some of that would be not eating out, and I don't eat out a lot, and even when I do, I'm stopping at Wawa and getting like a Quest bar or oatmeal or veggies or whatever, but even that I wasn't doing because I was following this specific diet guidelines. So that was something that I thought was really neat. I want to keep up the 12-hour period, fasting period on my daily life. 12 hours is the amount of time it takes your body to detox itself, like overnight. So in the cleanse, you would, have your dinner, which was a liquid meal, wait 12 hours, and then have breakfast. And that gave your body full detox time. So that's definitely something I'm going to continue doing, as well as a few other things. I want to start meditating in the morning. And I know Scott now is putting like a ton of veggies in his protein shakes. So that's something that he took away from this. He actually just made his own meal plan, and a lot of it incorporated some of the stuff from the cleanse. But overall, I think that this cleanse would have been more beneficial for someone who wasn't already living such a clean eating lifestyle. I think, for example, my mom and I were talking about how it would be more beneficial for her and my dad, or even my younger brother, to do it versus me, because all I'm doing is cutting calories that I need to get through my workouts, to get through my day. And whereas, people that eat worse on a daily basis and like normally would benefit way, way more doing this cleanse than I would. So every body is different, every experience is different. So why not give it a try? I actually had some good experiences on it. It was fun. I learned a lot about some new veggies, and I learned a lot about my body and about how I don't need as much food as I think I do. And even though it's important to eat and keep your metabolism going, when you say, oh, I'm starving, like, no, you're not. You're okay. So it gave me a good perspective on that. And I may try it again one day and, really go in on it and do it. But for now, it doesn't seem like it's very beneficial for me to do with the workouts that I'm doing. So I thought I owed you guys an explanation on why we didn't finish. I do want to be truthful with you guys, and I want to be real with you guys, so you know that, like, I'm a human too, and I struggle, and I can't do everything just because it's like fitness related or nutrition related. So just, do what's good for you. Everyone's different. Everyone goes through struggles. Everyone starts somewhere. So start now. So a lot of times people take on doing different types of cleanses, whether it's a juice cleanse, whether it has to do with fasting, or it's a mixture of the two, whether it's a tea cleanse. There's just, countless cleanses out there that are on the market today, or, ideas that are, put out there. Different ingredients do different things. But I feel like a lot of times people go into a cleanse for the wrong reasons. For example, a lot of times people go into cleanses because they want to lose weight. Well, that's not what a cleanse is for. And if you do lose weight during cleanses, which, it's bound to happen because you're eating less, you are going to lose weight, but it's just temporary. You'll lose a ton of water weight because a lot of times on cleanses, you'll be taking, natural diuretics such as the Dandelion Root tea I've talked to you guys about before, or green tea, or certain foods that make you have to go pee all the time. But the thing is that's just water weight, and that's going to come back. So what I wanted to talk to you guys today about is bloat. So what is bloating exactly? So first, let's talk about what is bloating itself. Bloating is when, you have something and something swells and almost like inflames your body, your intestines, and your abdomen area. So while there's a lot of things that bloat, every single person, there are different dietary restrictions that people have to follow so they don't, get those, intestines inflamed, so they don't swell, so they don't bloat. So I want to share with you guys what I do when I need to de-bloat. So measures that I take before photo shoots, before filming, for anything where my stomach and my core is showing. So the first thing I do, and I can't stress this enough. I know I talk about it all the time, but it is the importance of drinking water. So you might think, oh, well, Sarah, water bloats me, water makes me feel that way. No, it doesn't. Water, I mean, yeah, you can gain water weight, but you can just, pee that out. But water really helps things in your body get moving, so it actually gets rid of all the things that are causing you bloat. So like I always say, I drink a gallon every single day. I'm only done my first water bottle today, but it's pretty early still, like 9 a.m. So water, 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 water. I highly suggest a gallon. If you can't do that, I'd say minimum, like absolute bottom minimum would be like 80 ounces, but a gallon's only 132, so just, try it. Another thing I do that's extremely, extremely important about not getting bloated is not having any salt. So when I'm out from a big, like a fitness shoot or a bikini shoot, within like I'd say 7 to 10 days out, I won't have any sodium in my diet. So no added pink Himalayan salt even, just like none of that stuff. Something else I like to do, well, I wouldn't say I like to do it, but cardio, sweating naturally is going to de-bloat you. It's going to get the sodium, out of you. It's going to get water out of you. It's going to get your blood flowing, Scott's roommate's dog. She's really sweet. Ooh! Sorry, I almost fell off my chair. So that's really important. As I said before, dandelion root is something I love, love, love to take when I have to get rid of that extra water weight. Usually I like to take the capsules, but you can also, there's an actual tea called dandelion root tea that you can drink. But I think that kind of defeats the purpose because you're trying to get rid of the water weight, not put more water in you. So you can take, single, double, even triple doses. Like during the day, I'll take 1 double dose in the morning, and then maybe like 5 or 6 hours later, take another single or double dose. And then I'll do that probably like 3 days up to a photo shoot or filming, and including the day of. It's actually really weird because you're not really taking in any liquids, but you're still just like going. So it's really cool and it works. Another product I like to use is called Sweet Sweat, and I actually don't have it here with me right now because I have a little bit of a spray tan left over, and I can't use the Sweet Sweat with my spray tan or else it'll get all funky. So what it is, it's like a long stick like this big, and it almost looks and smells like deodorant, but it's like a tube, and you just put it in your spot areas. I'll put a link down in the bio. So I put that all along my abdomen, my hips, and like a little bit of my lower back, sometimes my upper legs, like my inner thighs, and that just like targets sweat areas. So I'll do that when I'm doing cardio or when I'm going into the sauna. So there are a lot of things that I avoid eating when I'm trying to get rid of, my bloat and not, puff up before a shoot. And one of those things is dairy. I'm actually very lactose intolerant, so I don't normally have dairy anyway, but it's something I make sure to stay away from. So instead of milk, I have almond milk. I don't do yogurt ever, almost, unless it's frozen yogurt and I'm cheating. I love frozen yogurt and I really want some. Maybe I'll have Scott take me to get frozen yogurt today. He loves it too, and he just tried it for the first time a few weeks ago with me, and I was like, what do you mean you've never had frozen yogurt? We gotta go. So it's really good, but super, but makes me feel really, really, really crappy. Another thing that upsets my stomach is gluten. I'm not intolerant to it like I am with lactose, but I definitely have a sensitivity to it, and actually a lot of people out there really do. It is kind of a weird fad going on right now. I'm not really sure why, but those things happen. And then another thing that people don't really realize is when you chew gum, it actually, I mean, if you think about it, you're chewing, and you're swallowing air when you're chewing the gum. So something to avoid, that I avoid personally before photo shoots, is gum. And then on top of that, that kind of goes along with that. If you chew really fast, if you're a fast eater, like I really, really eat fast. My friends make fun of me all the time for it. They're like, oh my God, can you breathe? My mom's like, oh, I can't stick my hand in there, I'll get bit off. But when you eat really fast, the same type of thing happens, and you tend to swallow air while you're eating because, you know, you're not really paying attention, you're just getting it in fast, swallowing food, swallowing air. So that is something that you should try to do if you still are getting bloated. One thing that I actually did once for, I think I only lasted like 2 days maybe doing it, but I used chopsticks with every single thing I ate because it really slowed down my eating, and I was trying to train myself to eat a little slower. But it was really hard, and I'm not very good with chopsticks to begin with, so that was very interesting. But it is something that you could definitely try, and it did work. I mean, I was eating slower and definitely having a harder time eating. But it was definitely pretty funny, and it definitely worked. So I hope those tips really helped you guys. One thing I do want to make clear though is that fat and being bloated isn't the same thing. So don't be like, oh, I'm bloated today, if you've actually gone out and you've been gaining weight. I mean, being bloated and gaining weight are two completely different things. So just try not, just, you know, avoid getting them mixed up. And if you see yourself, you know, starting to gain weight and you're taking all these measures and you're still bloated, it might not be a bloat anymore. So get in there, sweat it out, trust the process, you can do it, and do what your body wants you to do. You know, push your body to its limits, but also listen to it. Take a break when you need to. Just be one with your body.